There we go. Okay, so if anyone wants to monitor Twitch and make sure that we're all good and maybe field questions if we get any, that'd be great. So what we'll be going over here is just a couple of various toolkits that I've been messing around with for the last month or so. This first one here is the MRTK Mixed Reality Toolkit. This is from Microsoft. It's using OpenXR and the Unity XR interaction toolkit. It is up on GitHub. Thanks for that. It is up on GitHub, and you can download it. It's free of charge and all that good stuff. When you download it, there is also a. Do I have it installed? There's a kit to install. I don't remember what I did. Downloads. Here, mixed reality feature tool. This is a tool that will help you download and install any of the features that the mixed reality toolkit offers. And it is a full AR, VR toolkit. Originally, it was designed for HoloLens, so you have a lot of mixed reality features here as well. You give it a project path, which ours is just this one. This is not this one. This should work. Good. Discover features. So this has, like I said, a lot of augmented reality features here that we're not actually going to go through. But the important parts are the MRTK3, which is their redesign of the mixed reality toolkit. This is using the Unity XR interaction toolkit for its inputs as well. So it's all of the new action-based input systems, as well as some, I believe this one has some voice recognition stuff in here as well. That might be down under the other features. This also has some AltSpace VR, which is Microsoft's metaverse platform, I guess you would call it. It's a lot like VR chat, just not quite as deviant. So we've got most of these already installed in this project, so I'm not gonna reinstall because it'll probably end up breaking everything. Let's see, first time use, yeah, we'll apply everything. Next. It's fine. Oh no, hope this doesn't take 5 minutes again. When this goes up on YouTube, I'll cut this part out.
Quick, say nasty things.
Please don't, because I'm going to I'm going to forget to do that. Yay. Okay. All right, so the MRTK toolkit is still actually in active development. The actual GitHub repo is like updated daily. It's not quite ready at all for production yet, but it does somewhat work here with the quest. Let's test it out, because I originally wanted to use this for hands-free or controller-free hand tracking, which it does do.
So, like, sorry to interrupt. You say controller-free hand tracking. Are you talking like platform agnostic?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Like I said, it was really originally developed for the HoloLens, so your HoloLens doesn't use controllers. It uses hand tracking for everything, and this does actually work with the Quest 2 hand tracking. I just have to turn the Quest on. I got new VR prescription lenses for my Quest. Except now, instead of taking, I have to take my glasses off now, which means I can't see the computer screen. I did not think this through. All right.
How they looking
Really good, actually.
where did you get your lenses from?
VR optician.
Oh, cool. Is that the place you link?
Probably.
Yeah, VR lenses. Weird. I can't remember for the life of me.
There's a couple out there.
They do work really well though.
Customize the floor, switch. There we go. All right, and gotta quest the link. Launch. Okay. Should be fine. All right, and play here. This should work. The a lot of the like hand gestures don't quite work yet, but you should, unless an update broke things, you should see hands.
Oh, that's really cool.
Let's see. I think I can grab maybe.
Is it displaying bones and joints right now?
Yes.
That's neat.
So it does have a pinch gesture here. You can tell the pinky or the fingers. And I don't punch my laptop here. I can't. Well, I don't think I can actually move. Wait, I should be able to maybe. Nope. Nope. Crud. Okay. Hang on. I might be able to move. Nope. Nope. Pinch still doesn't work yet. All right. So what I'm gonna do. Oh God. Let's just move our rig forward, and we're getting like some errors here as well. Probably because I don't know what that is. Something's not right there. That's fine. Anyways, we'll just move our rig forward in space. Here, Z. Okay. Maybe. Oh, I think I have to go back into game mode there. Oh, that did not work at all. And move. There we go. Okay, so totally not hands. There. Okay, I don't know where my hands went to. Well, I see the hands, but I don't see the mesh anymore. I don't know why. Yeah, maybe press the button. Nope. Eh. Oh, that's my keyboard. No. All right, hang on. Can we touch it? Nope, it broke everything. Probably. There's also some errors here that probably didn't get set up right. Let's move the rig forward. Oop. There. And oh, they changed some things. Okay, so there is also this kind of wizard here, which I don't think I actually have to. I guess I do have to change all this. I thought I did all this already. Okay, so there are different profiles for the VR setup here, and I believe there is a various. There should be a OpenXR profile here. Which Holland's default. I think this is the one. OpenXR configuration, sure. Clone it. Okay. And then we'll keep this as standing, sure. Our camera is just going to be the OpenXR camera. Our input will be OpenXR input here. And a boundary. And we're not doing any of that. Spatial awareness. I don't think we can actually use this here. The spatial awareness is what lets you do the AR tags like around the room. And I believe it'll also, even on the HoloLens, it'll let you actually map out the space and put like actual geometry like in the game, depending on what it's seeing. The Quest does not. It technically can, but the SDK doesn't have that available to us yet. Right now, that's just tied to the actual boundary system. Diagnostics, blah, blah, blah. Extensions, we're not using that either. Okay. All right, let's see how this works. We'll say this thing keeps losing boundary. Okay. And right. Yoink. Yeah. Okay, it's not showing the.
Do you already say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm scared you, but your hands have disappeared in real life too.
No, no.
Oh, snap. Oh, no, it's dark.
Okay. Yeah, it is totally busted something here. Don't know why. No, that is working.
So do you really need like the full skin hands, like wrapped up?
I didn't think so, but maybe you do. That's the UI stuff should work. I might actually have to like build it out because I don't think the buttons aren't working either. Ah, boo. Okay. What is... Actually, it might be this that's actually breaking everything. input system. Blah. Okay, that's what I get for updating the project this morning. All right, so let's see, where is GitHub? Stairs with what? Ah, blast. Okay. So that's really about as far as I got with the MRTK. I'll give this one a few more months to get more polished up. The other thing that I wanted to show off was just the plain old Unity XR toolkit. We could do that here. Actually, we will do that. Yoink, new scene. Whatever, basic, URP. Save. Alrighty. Yoink. Here. So when you're just first starting out with a VR project, what you'll do is, let's see, I guess the first thing we could do is go into our XR. Well, actually, I'll show you the package in the package manager. Project registry. So in the new 2022 version of the package manager for Unity here, you have these feature sets here. And these are just kind of grouped together packages for various features. For VR, you have the Oculus XR plugin and the OpenXR plugin that you can install. There is also the XR Interaction Toolkit, which is a separate thing from the XR plugin manager. So the Interaction Toolkit is just kind of, it's a higher level of components and some other samples for your all of your action-based action maps and stuff will be in here as well. I don't know if I actually have this one in this project. XR settings. Okay. We'll just do that. So we'll just import some of the starter assets and the device simulator, which actually is pretty neat. And we already have the Oculus XR and OpenXR plugins here. All right. So what we'll do is we'll just go down into XR, and then we'll go to the XR action-based. You'll see the original XR origin as well. This is if you're using the original input management, which is garbage. You shouldn't do it. There we go. And we'll just leave that default name. So what this will give us is an XR origin component and also a camera and left and right hands. So if we just do this, we'll actually move, I believe. But as you see here on our controllers, there's no actual action set up. So we could go in and apply an action to every action we have here. We can bind them to controls and whatnot, but that is a hell of a lot of work that I don't want to do. So what we have down here in our starter assets are a bunch of action maps. As you double click on it, this is the input actions for all of your XR stuff, your head, hand, different maps for interacting with things or locomotion and whatnot. So all of these are all set up for you already. But as we saw, it was not actually going into our controllers. We will actually just dump that down here for right now. What we'll do here, yeah, do input system is really good. So here we have presets for all of those actions on those controllers. We're just going to use the right and left controller for right now. You can also add a continuous move and continuous turn as well. But what we want to click on here is where it says add action base controller default here in the inspector. We'll add that, and then we'll add a right controller as well to the action base controller default. I think you can see these in the project settings presets. Where's preset? Now they moved it. Was it in the player settings? There is a preset manager. There it is. Yoink. So for right now, actually, let's see if this just works. I think it's supposed to. So we will delete what we did before, add a new one. Action based, blank. And there we go. So now it automatically sets up all of our actions for us for our left and our right hand. And for these controllers that already have an XR Ray interactor set up, so if you wanted to actually interact with something, you would create like just a sphere, whatever, here. And then you put a interactable crud. This is the downside of having a bunch of like non-relevant toolkits installed. Everybody in the Grand Mall has interactors. So we will just do the XR interactable. I don't know which one to actually use here. Poke interactable. There should just be just a regular non-interactable. I probably could. we'll just throw the XR grab interactable there. That's fine. And I think there is also a what was it called? The visual interactable animator visual. Interactor line visual, interactable, hit visual. That works. So what this does is just kind of a debug, I guess you would say. So when you hover over it, it will change colors. It'll just highlight. The other thing that I always forget when doing this is you need to add an action manager. Input action manager here. And we need to add our asset to it. This is the default input actions, which is what we have down here. So if we do this, this will just work. Unfortunately, the interaction toolkit does not work with hand tracking just yet. So you still have to use controllers, which are over here. If you don't put that input action manager, you'll still be able to like move your camera around with your head, but the actual hands are not going to work. And where did that sphere go? Oh no. I could, but that's work. I don't know where my sphere went. Why did it put a rigid body on it? Yes. It's falling into infinity. I'm not following. The sphere is following. Yeah, okay. Fine. Throw a plane on here. Maybe plane. There. Where does sphere go? Reset. There. So sphere. This needs to reset. There. Move that. There. Okay. Like so. There we go. And if we grab, it automatically grabs. And there we go. That's our VR game.
Boys, we made it. We finally got it.
So yeah, that's just the super basics of the XR interactable interaction toolkit as well. Actually, there is another thing I want to add to this is the samples.
continuous turn phaser, is that affecting your avatar movement turn?
It will if you add it, and yeah, you would add it from here. You would just add a continuous move provider. I think you probably put that on wherever. Here, we would do action-based continuous move provider. It'll automatically find the locomotion system, and we didn't actually add it here. Link.
I'm not sure there's still
Link. There we go. So
yeah, you're just hanging around the crack and happy with it.
So the other thing I wanted to show is the XR device simulator here. This is super cool because I don't have to, I can unplug my Quest and still actually develop here.
It's more mock than
So with the actual here. Okay, so I can right click and move my camera around. I can right click and mouse wheel to move the camera forward and backwards. I forget how to actually roll left and right. You hold down the space bar and it will move your hand. Hang on. Let's do this. We need a hand model. Need a hand. So what I'll do is just make a cube. This will be your hand. It is going to be 0 and 0.01. Actually, what you can do here is you can lock your X, Y, and Z, and then okay, it's probably too small. There. And duplicate. And then we'll just throw this on our hands. There. Reset. Less. There. Okay, so now I can. Oh, Jesus. Here, left shift moves your hand around. You can hold down the middle mouse button to rotate around. And you can do the same thing with the wherever my right hand is. Should be around here somewhere. That's the space bar, I believe, should do that. But I'm going to put a interactor on it. Whatever. This is just how you can develop in VR without a VR headset.
So you need the radio.
Yeah, I can right click and move the mouse around. This moves the camera up and down, left and right, back and forth. Left shift to move your hand around. Middle mouse button will rotate. It will also, if you hold down the right click and middle mouse button, you can rotate your head around. And do the same thing with, I really want to know where my right hand is.
There's, like the mock inputs are having like a mock VR player that's actually really handy for rapid iteration.
Yep.
So like whenever I'm actually making game content, my workflow is to usually like sit down, take a change, play really quick to see whether or not it feels good. And when you throw a VR headset, that makes it really annoying.
Yeah.
Take a change, put the headset on, test it, put the headset off. So like seeing support for like all this mock input is really nice.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember when I did my first VR game, I had to make like a first person system to like, because I didn't have a VR system
Right.
at first. And change putting it back on and off.
Yeah, and you
And
can.
Alex has like an entire mock player that's supposed to be a first person keyboard. Anyway, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, and you can just double click on the simulator controls here, and this will tell you how to actually, what everything is all mapped to, and all of that. A good thing to check here in your action maps is the autosave, just because you don't want to have to click save all the time. And grip trigger, all of that good stuff. Okay. And I think that's all I want to just show here. We could show, and we showed movement and teleporting around. We've done all that before. It went okay. We didn't actually finish, but we have some solid ideas, and we're still working on it.
It's just like one big idea that I work on.
Pretty much. Well, me and Sarah, basically. Kat made some origami creatures for us. Okay. So, last thing we want to look at is the AI toolkit. This is something that I thought would be bigger than it actually was, ended up being. So this is a toolkit from Intel, and it is using, part of this is using their OpenVINO standard. I don't know what Vino actually stands for, but it's their computer vision neural network thing. There is also Unity's own neural net. It's called Barracuda, that this is compatible with as well. So the basics of this toolkit is object recognition and detection and style transfer. The object recognition is kind of what you have seen when you look at what self-driving cars like look at. If you ever seen like the actual input of what they're seeing and what they are tagging as cars and street signs and people, this is kind of what that is. So what you can do is you'll render your camera out into a render texture and then run it through your AI, and then in real time it will tell you what things that it detects, and it'll put a little box. It'll give you a what it is and its confidence rating.
This makes me want to make a game from a car's point of view and just like make a bunch of trolley problems.
This is literally what this is for.
That's actually really cool. That's crazy that it can do that in real time.
I say real time.
This time,
Real-ish time. This laptop runs it at like 3 frames a second.
hey man, slideshows are real time.
I'll show you a little bit of it. It also does style transfer. You might remember we saw a little bit of this last month, I guess, when we talked about AI and game dev and like how what was it? Midjourney and Dolly 2 and all that, how those work. This will do the same thing, but in real time in your game scene. So it will take an image and transfer that style to your game in real-ish time.
Is this some of this technology is used in like up-resing like PS4 games like PS5?
Kind of. The part of what Intel does, you may have heard of the DESS, their DLSS, super sampling, the up-resing thing.
Yeah.
That's part of their initiative as well.
Fairly certain it's DLSS, but double check me.
I will not,
Wow.
because I think you're right.
That overfiction.
In some ways, it's been kind of cool where you've got to prevent. It had like mechanics for hiding away, hiding your building, hiding your
Yeah.
things you don't want any AI to detect.
Yeah, because it literally just uses a camera. So, I don't think.
If you don't do it well enough, it falls in the air.
I don't know if this has sample scenes. Let's see.
You know what?
What did I do?
You know that one game called Eternal Darkness that we made with Nintendo GameCube?
Yep.
So what if you have like the thing where like you know how it tricks you and stuff? What if you made your computer just run 1 frame per second?
I think it did that actually.
I'm pretty sure people would be irritated.
Read me why.
On my family computer training, I'm doing very good.
All right. So what I've done in this scene is, oh boy, it really did not like any of this tutorial stuff. Here, go away. This toolkit also has a version of Gaia as well. And basically what it's doing is it's using Gaia as kind of its test environment. So you can have it detect, buildings and cars and whatnot. That's generated through Gaia. as kind of just your test bed for testing out your object recognition. What this is doing right here is we just have a video that's going to play. And it's going to play, there's a couple of videos here of zebras and boats and whatnot. Here in AI Toolkit, add inference features. Here. So by default, this is what the different inferences come with. There is COCO, which is common object. Oh God, what did it stand for? Hang on. It's here. It's so bad. Link. There it is. Common objects in context, which is the image set that is actually trained on. It is 80 different types of real-world objects, and there's also the detection algorithm is called YOLO-X, which is you only look once, is what it's called.
The 80 different types of real-world objects. And I'm sorry to hijack, but I'm curious what they mean by that.
Yeah, it's just literally everyday objects that it will.
Enjoy it like elephants, giraffes, and zebras are everywhere. I'm down for that.
So yeah, this is just the image set. Fun fact, when you do captchas, this is what you're helping with.
Oh, no.
So when it tells you, you know, click everything with a bus in it or a person in it, you're basically tagging these images to help computer vision stuff. So this is just the data set that it was actually trained on.
That's really cool. Thank you for indulging me.
So there's also style transfer with Barracuda, and there is style transfer with OpenVINO. OpenVINO is Intel's like proprietary inference engine, I think is what it actually is. And Barracuda is Unity's. Barracuda you can get from the package manager. I think it's actually should be here. Barracuda. Lightweight neural network inference library. So for right now, we will just do the object detection, and then you'll scroll down, you hit apply, and all it does, that little wizard there will just take and you have your inference manager, and it just sets all that up for you. So the input texture will be the main camera texture. It throws it all into a compute shader, which will dump it into the graphics card and then process it. We are going to be doing the class list, which I think we can actually look at. Maybe not. Will it let me open it? I don't think I can. No, wait, I can open up the script.
So like the object detection, that is all running like, locally on your device, right?
Yep.
Like, you don't need an internet connection or anything like that. It's just,
Nope.
that's cool.
Yep. So this is the actual class list. So whenever it detects any of these items, it also has a color to it. So the box that it draws will be this particular color. The actual data set is YOLO large, which I don't. It's in here somewhere. I think that's just an actual asset. I'm gonna actually look at that. So there's various ones. So depending on whatever platform or hardware you're running on, there's a large data set. There is a tiny one. I think you just actually just look here. Actually, it might be. There's a whole buttload of these. There's a few. I don't know where the rest of them are. But again, they're all open source as well. So let's just hit play and see what happens. So we've got our, oh, there they go. Here, our large, medium, tiny. Yeah, I don't think I can actually look at them.
And put a couple pieces in the boxes, but they're still a lot of pieces.
Cool. See ya. So this is actually not running because that's running way too fast. Why is that not running? It is running on the GPU. It is using large. You have models, main texture, video screen. Okay, let's try the other one. Just add them all right here. Oh, it might be because it was active. We'll just add them all here and apply. And okay, so we will check that, check that. Okay, so this is going to be using the style transfer with OpenVino. Maybe. Why did this completely break? Huh. Okay, we'll try it with Barracuda. Well, something broke. I don't know what. Crud. And for engines, let's see. So let's see if the sample scene still works. Hey, there we go. So this is the style transfer running on Barracuda, which I believe is running through the graphics card. We can make this.
Can you tell me one more time and bring up your task manager? I just want to see if the graphics card like utilization is currently at.
Actually, don't
how do what's the GPUs and everything, so I'm showing processor and everything.
Well, the GPU right there at GPU one,
Yeah, I know.
but take it up.
That's really cool.
Well, it's not. Look at the cool scene with all of this. If you have any friends,
So the
oh, five. Oh,
it doesn't look too bad for 5 frames a second.
I guess it's a it is one of the moments where the drug is a enhancement, I guess.
It's a feature.
Yes.
I wonder if it's like possible to interpolate like between frames. That way you could, kind of boost the frame rate a little bit.
Probably.
That's oh man, that's actually very impressive. That looks very cool.
So what does the actual game look like?
This is the regular HDR sample scene.
Okay.
Actually, I think I actually can. I think I can just actually toggle it off and on. And if you have like multiple cameras in the scene, you can. Oh yeah. So this is like regular. Whatever.
Back to that 25 FPS.
Oh god. Like that one specific view is using 1,000 batteries. Oh god, why? What have you done? The batch tank, he scares me.
And this is running on this laptop is a Intel Core i7 with a GTX 1060, I think, from a couple of years ago. Got it for VR, and so it's not quite there yet, but it is very, very cool.
Hey man, like 13-year-old me was super poor. This is exactly how I used to play PC games back in the day. I'm right at home with that thing.
And I think I can. What we should be able to do here is add a feature. We'll add. YOLO here.
Wait, do you do free speed runs on those open? Imagine it, you send you send it in to the video, it'd be like so choppy, and they'd be like, I can't put this on there, but it's a world record. Yeah, that frame rate is probably one. Yeah, if my game was on PS2, I'll probably have to work speed run too.
So we've got maximize.
Oh.
So this is the object detection through OpenVINO. Probably.
I'm sorry. I love it when AI like labels something that's just
Okay.
Okay, that's, yeah.
I have to be honest, like the plants in that terrarium look really cool through like whatever I don't know what to call it, filter or like image manipulation that AI is doing.
It's style transfer.
Thank you, style transfer. The words weren't coming to me.
So let's turn off style transfer. And the motion blur.
Man, this plants is really good. When did you get so
Yeah, like that HDR sampling is real good.
Dang, that was nuts. Is it running slow because of
The image detection, yeah.
What I can't make out what the
yeah.
purple is against.
It is birds, and it's 60-ish%. It really thinks that's a bird. All right, let's go back.
I mean,
Is it gonna say dining table?
It should say ball. Sports ball. So sports ball.
I'm sorry, I don't know what it's just that hard, like, to me. That is my kind of feeling, I don't know why.
So yeah, and the Gaia part is just terrain generation. I don't know if there's it's in here, but I'm not too familiar with Gaia. Any of y'all used Gaia before?
Nope.
Gaia, you talking about Gaia Online?
Let's see. I say it. No, Gaia, the terrain generation tool.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I think the only tools I've ever used were just like ones included with Unity. So that said, I don't use them.
So Gaia is real cool. We will do this real quick. We've got about 15 minutes-ish. I have used this for approximately 30 minutes, so... What? No. Skip. Don't change. Don't care. Set it. Nope. So while this is loading up, what you can actually do with the object detection is you can throw a camera onto your NPCs and then have it view the world like what we saw. It will draw boxes around objects it recognizes, and you can like do stuff with that. Yeah, let's restart. So you can have it in a first-person shooter, for example. You can have it detect people as it's actually looking at them, and have them target actual people instead of whatever you put in as their vector 3 position.
How quickly can you do that, though? Because I know that the image detection running on, yeah, it's the full scene, or the game rather, it was going about 5 frames a second.
Yep.
So like, I don't know, can it do that reasonably fast enough that it makes sense to actually use that as a solution to something?
Probably not. I mean, it wouldn't be something you would use in game, but like I said, you could use the game as a training environment for robots. So let's just pop open Gaia here, just Gaia. Gaia doesn't actually use the Intel toolkit to generate terrain. Yes, yes, yes. Use it. But the Gaia manager here does have the inferences set up in their wizard. I should not have updated. Sure. Yes. Okay. It's fine. Should have done all this before. There. Okay. So what we'll do is there's various settings to for your world size. We have sample biomes. We can use some Senti, low poly biomes with just your trees and rocks and whatnot. We're just going to make it all random. We'll create our little world designer. So the way Gaia works is you have a series of stamps that you can use to stamp out world features, mountains and plains and whatnot. This preview here is just what it will look like once we hit build. We have different water types, terrain types. I think we can even add buildings and whatnot here. I'm not. We'll just do that. We don't need to create a runtime. So the inferences here is this is the same as what we were using from the toolkit window here. It's just built into the Gaia window. It's just the same thing. You can technically write your own inferences if you want to use a different engine. There's multiple data sets you can use. Cocoa is not the only one. For the style of transfers, there is the model is actually the image that it uses to transfer that style. So for this one, for the sample scene, that gold swirly thing was the mesh shader, I believe. The mosaic style is that a string? Oh, that's gross. Yeah, and I think I don't know exactly how you make the model file, but there's tutorials that are up on the Intel site for all of that. So yeah, let's keep the cocoa going there. Create, that's fine, that's fine. We'll actually just dump this down here. That's fine. We'll go into our runtime terrain tools. World designer. We'll shape details. Hills, plains. It's fine. You can do multiple biomes with multiple tiles if you're doing a super huge open world game. Don't need that. There are spawners. Anyways, we'll just generate this for right now. Okay, then I'll just take our camera and our video screen and we'll just move it up. It's fine. Don't need that. Okay, and this is our Cinti low poly biome here that we'll just spawn our biome. This will populate everything with trees, farm, detail, all that good stuff. Here. And cool. So now did they put a runtime, way, terrain. Okay. What I'll put here is just the freaking single camera controller. Whatever. This should work. We'll turn off our video screen. It's going to get in the way. And then in the inference manager, we are just going to do a Cocoa manager.
So, so are they any like, what can I use this for? Like, can I use it for any game development? Like, if I were like trying to use money or something, like pay for like terrain tile or something? Or
You probably could. I wouldn't. It's just too slow.
okay. But like, I was just saying they can't come like shoot or something.
No. You are well within your rights to use this for whatever. Coco's not running. God, the camera's inverted. I don't know if this is set to detect houses. It's definitely running at 10 frames a second, so that's not normal. Crud. Okay. Let's see if we can add. Just create a new spawner, make it a. Oh god, I don't know what I'm doing. There's actually probably a spawner here. Gaia. Oops. Nope. I don't have enough Gaia stuff installed. There should be like cars and stuff as well that you can spawn, but whatever, it still works. Gaia, I might do a fuller talk on later because it is very cool, but is also very big. But not exactly the focus of this. But yeah, that's the AI toolkit, and the website for this is the Intel Game Dev AI Toolkit. And like I said, it comes with Gaia. Gaia ML is the free version, so you can mess around with all of this stuff. Does anybody have questions before we wrap up?
I'm good. That was pretty nifty. I really enjoyed that.
Cool. So, alrighty. So yeah, we'll.